Hi there, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me today. I hope everybody's doing well. Today, I decided that I would get the sea creatures out of the way because although I've done it before, the goal here is to finish the museum. I've never done that before. So, I'm going to be doing a lot of time skipping. But surprisingly, this is everything that we have left. I think there's 13 of them there, 12 or 13. This is everything we got to catch. I really thought that this was going to take a lot longer than it did. But when, you got to do the time skipping. But each time I hopped into the water, it was relatively 1, 2, 3. Okay, there's one. 1, 2. There's another one. 1, 2, 3, 4. It wasn't a question of swimming the, circumference of the island several times, which is how it always felt any other time. It's like, how many times have I gone around this island? I'm just looking for this. Usually that happens with Pascal, trying to get the, what is it called? They're my favorite, scallop. You noticed somebody on the beach? I'm very upset about this because, of all the villagers, he's my favorite. And he's relentless. I have schnazzed up the outside of his house. I keep giving him things that he absolutely loves. He's been in my house at least 3 times. I've given him the tour. And it's just not working. Not only he's just not doing anything. No picture, no nothing. But I'm starting to feel guilty for keeping him here. I don't know what to do. I love the Venus flower basket. So pretty. So anyway, through the time skipping, I managed to one by one pick away at it because I'm much better at the shadow size. And so I was ignoring anything that wasn't what I was looking for. That sounds stupid. I was pretty confident about the shadow size, and I ignored everything else. Now at this point, after I caught this beautiful thing, I was down to the spider crab, the red king, and the snow. And I thought for sure that the spider crab was going to be the most difficult. And I ended up getting him within 10 minutes of being in the water. So I'm like, well, okay. Now these guys are the toughest because they're very, very fast. But once you got the hang of this, it's not all that difficult. So it turned out it was the snow crab. And I had bad information on it. Well, conflicting information. On the Wikipedia, it said between, I believe, November and March, or November and April, or something like that. But it said all day. And then when I checked again, it said your best bet is between 4 and 9 in the morning or 4 and 9 at night in January and February. So I think I went to February because I am doing the Northern Hemisphere. And I chose 4 a.m. And this did take a while. Oh my goodness. I started out at 4:07. And I think I finished a half hour later. First thing I get is a pearl. Yay! This is sped up because this is the last thing we got to get. And I assumed it was going to take a mighty long time, and it did. But I did try desperately to concentrate on the shadow size, and this is a big one. Well, the shadow size is big. The critter itself is not as big as that spider crab was. My daughter and I actually like putting the spider crab on our beach because he's not in a cage. He just hangs out, chilling. And according to Blathers, it's a very docile, mild creature who wouldn't hurt a flea. But I guess if you don't like spiders, you're not going to like that crab. But I don't equate it to spider looking. I just look at it as a very big crab with very skinny legs. Now, Pascal here has been, I think I have 5 fishy dresses and 4 of the mermaid dress. That's all he ever gives me. I have to find the pearls on my own. And with that find, I have a whopping 3. But I did manage to get 2 DIYs, the vanity and the dresser. And I know the mermaid items are not that popular with quite a few people. I guess they think it looks tacky or something, but I'm not averse to it. I like, as a matter of fact, making an entire room with the mermaid items, the floor, the wall, and all of the tchotchke that comes with it. I don't mind that. But I am very upset that he can only think to give me that dress again and again and again. It's like, you can do better than this. I know you can. You have. And then the other thing, this is probably silly, very silly of me, but I'm trying to think ahead to the Thanksgiving celebration, which, I might not even be playing this game at that point. I might be playing something else. But I remember it always being difficult to get all of the items for the cooking. And I keep forgetting to look it up online, but there are items in the ocean here that I know you need for cooking. So I'm trying to gather those up in my inventory and just keep them there. I know in real life they would be pretty disgusting, but whatever. So I'm trying to do that, and I know I shouldn't be. That's just like a sideline to keep me busy. I don't know. But yeah, this is taking a while. So I apologize if you guys think this is boring. And I'm trying to think, what can we talk about? There's not too much to talk about. I don't watch TV. So I don't go to the theater. I never was a big TV fan, and I never was a huge moviegoer. The only movies that I really will pay to go into the theater to see are the Marvel movies. I really enjoy those, but those aren't worth talking about. So topics, a lot of people don't like to read, and I love reading. I especially love reading before bed because it helps me fall asleep. So I don't know. I ended up catching quite a few of those. It's like, oh, come on. The last one, I knew it was going to be difficult, but I spent we started at 4 a.m. and we only have until 9. Oh my goodness, it's tough. So now, as far as my island goes, I did mention that I'm unhappy with some of the things that I did. And at the moment, the biggest challenge is where I placed everybody. I wasn't convinced it was a good idea at the start. I was trying to see if that was a pearl. You look at the bubbles, and it's like, I can't tell. They're supposed to be consistent, and it looked consistent, but I'm like, there's no way I'm going to get 2 pearls in one night. Although I have before. I've actually gotten 3 pearls in one dive, so it is possible. Anyway, I wasn't, super ecstatic about the way I placed everybody at the start, but because I left a majority of the island as it was when we arrived here, I think that's what's throwing me as far as placement goes. I'm having difficulty seeing the bigger picture in my head. And I'm like, Okay. I don't know what to do. Do they need oysters for the Thanksgiving? I keep thinking they do. A lot of people eat oysters, don't they? Ah, I got it. Ta-da, there's the snow crab. We did it. Anxious to find out what time it is. I hope I saved that part. Man, that was a tough one. But yeah, that was a while. So we did finish the sea creatures for the museum. Yeah, I think we'll see the time when we go into the museum. Oh, well, look at that. It took less than 20 minutes. Okay, not bad. Not bad at all. And yes, I will continue to dive. First of all, I enjoy it. I mentioned in another video, do you guys dress your characters for the weather that's outside your own door? I do that. But when it's super hot here, and of course, I'm probably the only person in the world who doesn't have air conditioning. When it's super hot here, I put my character in the water and I just let her swim around. If she wants to catch something, she can. And that helps cool me off. Silly. Talk about living vicariously through your characters. So let's go finish the sea creatures at the museum. So yeah. I wonder if I should cave and just design the island the way I feel it should be designed. Should I continue with this leaving it the way we found it mentality? And I just don't know the answer. My biggest fear is if I do something like that, I'm going to end up making a design that I've already done because it's like a comfort to me. I'm familiar with it. I know what I'm doing. Therefore, I'm going to do it. And I just don't know if that's a good idea or not. So I really have to think hard. How am I going to accomplish this? Should I accomplish it? And should I leave well enough alone and just go on worrying about other things? The farm just to me feels like it's in an awkward, odd place, and adding all of those fruit trees, which I wanted to do to make it look, it was supposed to look cohesive. I just feel like it looks disjointed instead. And yet, where's the farm going to go? It feels to me as if every inch of the land is utilized and there's nowhere to go. So I think I'm going to spend the weekend just staring. And I know there's a website that allows you to plan it out yourself. I've tried using that website before and I just don't get it. Sorry, I'm dumb that way. So there's another, well, kind of sort of first down, but working our way toward finishing the museum is the goal. I've never finished the museum. There's snow on the ground. I just now realized that. Thank you very much for sticking with me to the end of this video and for your continued support of my channel. I really appreciate that. Like the video if you did. Subscribe if you're interested. Take very good care of yourselves. Have a fantastic day, and I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.